Hi, I'm Alex, a professional artist. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to share my process for making this Christmas or winter themed illustration with mixed media and a little bit of collage as well. I made this illustration as part of a challenge that I decided to do for December this year, and I'll tell you some more about that in a bit. But for now, let's get started. Normally, before I even start painting, I usually do a bit of sketching or concept work. The first thing I do is to make a few thumbnails. This helps me try out quick ideas and see how they work in reality. My main focus is to weed out a bunch of rough ideas until I find something that I really want to continue working with. The next thing I do is to make a definition sketch based on the thumbnail to get a clearer idea of the composition and the different elements in the illustration. Sometimes the idea falls flat here and I go back to doing a few more thumbnails, but this illustration was pretty simple and straightforward, so there was no need for that. After that, I do a color concept, and this is a really crucial step where I basically define the overall vision. It allows me to try out colors and values and see what works and what doesn't. Having this color concept really helps me work with much more certainty and confidence when I actually start the illustration later. I started by painting the sky with acrylics. The purple color I'm using was something that I found inside my art supply advent calendar that same morning, and the challenge I mentioned that I was doing was basically to create something every day with a random art supply that I would find behind each lid of my advent calendar. And you can actually check out everything I did so far in the playlist right here. When the acrylic background was dry, I painted the snowy hills with some watercolors. And I've mentioned these watercolors before in some other videos, but I am absolutely in love with them. It's the Super Granulation Watercolors by Schminke. I have a bit of a complicated past with watercolors, where I've always loved looking at watercolor art, but I never quite liked working with watercolors myself. That was until early 2025 when I discovered these colors, bought a handful of them with little to no expectations, and I was just hooked right away. And this year, watercolor has actually been one of my primary mediums. So that's quite the unexpected and interesting artistic development for me this year. And here, in the smoke coming from the chimney of the little house, you can really see the magic of these watercolors in action. I was mixing 3 different colors, the Galaxy Violet, Galaxy Pink, and Tundra Pink. I then used my trusty white colored pencil to draw some detail on top. I thought the watercolor and the colored pencils together created a really nice rough texture that really contrasted with the smooth acrylic background around it. I moved on to work on the trees after that, and I debated with myself quite a bit about what was the best approach. Initially, I just planned to paint the trees with either acrylics or gouache, but I had my doubts about it because I wanted the edges of the trees to be really crisp and clean, and I wanted the tree trunks to be a bright white, which I knew would be super difficult to achieve with either gouache or acrylics. So I actually ended up deciding to collage them. I just transferred the sketch of the trees onto some watercolor paper, painted them, and then cut them out once the paint was dry. This turned out to be a really good thing in the next step, because the branches, I kind of knew that I would have to paint them with gouache. There was just no way I was going to be able to collage that. And to be able to stay true to the shape of the trees from my sketch, I actually used the negative space of the watercolor paper as a guide. Before attaching the tree trunks, I wanted to paint all of the foliage with gouache first. So here I'm just going over all the little plants and bushes, painting them in one color at a time. I wanted to keep the color palette quite narrow to achieve a really clean graphic result. I went primarily for this blue color here on top of the snow, and then some additional white against the night sky, and just a sprinkle of purple berries to echo the colors of the background in this section of the illustration as well, and sort of bring the two together a bit. Now that all the foliage was painted and dry, it was time to attach the trees. I'd drawn a single line right under each tree to make sure I put each tree trunk in the right place, and I believe that once again I used the negative space of that watercolor paper as a guide to do this. Then it was pretty straightforward. I just used some universal glue and a pair of tweezers and attached the tree trunks one at a time. I also made sure to number the trees on the back of them so I didn't accidentally mix up the order of them. In the end, I really loved the result. It was the exact look that I wanted, with bright white tree trunks and really sharp edges. For the same reason, I actually cut out the moon shape from the same watercolor paper and attached it with glue as well. Then I started going over the night sky, painting stars with white gouache. This step was one of the most enjoyable to me actually. I obviously love the entire process of painting, but there's just something a little bit extra satisfying about adding those final touches and watching it all come together. This illustration actually took quite a bit of time to make. It was the weekend and I was having a lot of fun with it, so rather than trying to make 2 individual pieces for my advent calendar challenge, I thought I'd try to combine the art supply that I found behind 2 of the lids for this illustration. And luckily, behind the lid I opened on Sunday morning, there was this blue soft pastel. And I can't really say that I'm a fan of pastels in general, they just never really appealed to me. But for this project, it was a perfect match in both color and texture, so I used it to add some details to the tree trunks. Once that was done, there was just one last thing left to do. It was finally time to remove the tape and check out the final result. The tape I'm using here is actually quite new. I had run out just the other day and I had to go to the shop to get some more. And I actually like to buy my masking tape from my local paint shop, but I don't mean like an art supply store, more like a hardware store for painting walls and houses. They have some really great masking tape there and very specific labeling about the intended use and how strongly the tape attaches to the surface. And so I'm able to get really specialized tape meant to be used on wallpaper and stuff, and it works amazing on fine art paper too. So that's just a tip for you if you haven't discovered that yet. And here is the final artwork. It took me something like 10 hours in total, and it was well worth it for me. I had so much fun painting this, and I absolutely love the result. I actually ended up turning this illustration into a Christmas card later on, and maybe I'll share a short video later showing you how that turned out as well. And as I mentioned, you can check out that playlist where I show you all the artworks I did for my Advent Calendar Challenge this year right here. I hope you enjoyed watching me create this illustration just as much as I enjoyed painting it. Thank you for sticking with me until the end, take care, and I will see you in the next one.